Welcome to lovely Saratoga Springs, New York. This is the Paulick Report News Minute Queen's Plate edition, presented by CTHS Ontario's Canadian Premier Yearling Sale. The auction takes place Wednesday, August 31st, at the Woodbine Sales Pavilion. Find your next Ontario bred star, and maybe in a few years I'll be talking about you. I'm Paulick Report bloodstock editor Joe Nevills, and on today's News Minute, we'll be looking at some of the American connections looking to win the 163rd running of the Queen's Plate at Woodbine. Of the 11 horses listed as probables for the Queen's Plate, 3 of them are handled by trainers based in the United States. Mark Casse has won 2 editions of the $1 Million race, Lexi Lou in 2014 and Wonder Godot in 2018, and he's got 2 runners based at Woodbine set to challenge for this year's Queen's Plate. Sir For Sure punched his ticket after posting a 21-1 upset in the Plate Trial Stakes.
I knew if he ran back his Gulfstream race, he would be very tough. To be honest, I thought his performance, the prior performance when he sprinted, was a bit of a head scratcher, so I was disappointed in that. But he's just a true, he's a 1.8 mile horse. That's what he is.
Sir For Sure's Plate Trial win came after a 6th place effort in the Queenston Stakes at Woodbine. That was over 7 furlongs, and Casse said the colt's game is definitely 2 turns. Sometimes, though, you just have to bring the horse to the races to work toward that ultimate goal.
But I had to bring him back somewhere. So many people don't really get, when you have better horses, whether it's at Saratoga, whether it's New York, our opportunities are very limited, and sometimes you have to do things that aren't perfect. And I would have preferred, I actually entered him in a route race and it didn't go, and that's why I sprinted him.
Casse will also send Plate Trial runner-up Hall of Dreams to the big race. The trainer said that a little bit of racing luck could go a long way with the son of Lemon Drop Kid.
Hall of Dreams is doing well. I thought his race in the Plate Trial was very good. He actually was bothered somewhat in the race by our other horse, Sir For Sure. But he made a nice run. He'll like the 1.25 miles. And Patrick Husbands is going to be aboard for the 2nd time. And I think he knows him a little better now. And like I said, I think the 1.25 miles will definitely be up his alley. We got him, I think we bought him after his 2nd start or something, and I was really impressed. He had a really wide trip that day. He had a real wide trip the other day, in fact. I think if things, if he were to be able to work out a really nice trip, he's going to be right there. He's good enough.
The Casse platoon in the Queen's Plate is treading uncharted ground in terms of their prep schedule. Both horses competed over the new Tapeta course at Gulfstream Park over the winter, and Sir For Sure even broke his maiden over the surface. That's the same brand of synthetic footing that they ran over at Woodbine, and Casse said having that consistency was a big help during Woodbine's off-season.
Very important, and obviously, when they put in synthetic, I was smiling because I am a big synthetic fan, and it allowed us, if not, both of those horses, I don't know if they would be near as effective on dirt. So I would have been scrambling, probably would have ran them on the grass.
Todd Pletcher will send Causin Mayhem from his base at Saratoga for the Queen's Plate after the colt finished 3rd in the Plate Trial. Pletcher will be seeking his 2nd career Plate victory after winning with Archer's Bay in 1998. The Plate Trial was Causin Mayhem's first start at Woodbine after he broke his maiden on the dirt at Belmont in June.
Causin Mayhem's doing great. I thought we got a good effort in the Queen's Plate Trial. Didn't necessarily want to be on the pace that day, so I thought he ran a good solid race first time over the track, and I'm hoping with that race under his belt and the subsequent good couple of breezes should hopefully have him primed for his best. Well, I thought he, the race from a conditioning standpoint should help him, and like I said, it was his first trip over the synthetic. He seemed to handle it pretty well. But I do think he's a horse that'll be better off with a target. So hopefully, we can follow a horse or 2 in the Queen's Plate.
Unlike the Casse duo that's based at Woodbine, Causin Mayhem will ship in to run in the Queen's Plate. He'd be the only horse in the field that wasn't based at Woodbine, but Pletcher said he didn't see that as much of a handicap.
I think having a race over the track is hopefully going to help us, and I don't know if it's necessarily a big advantage to be training there all the time. And, we've shipped multiple times successfully into Woodbine, and I think the real key is just how he handles the surface.
Check in later this week for more updates on the Queen's Plate, and don't forget to check out the catalog for the CTHS Ontario Canadian Premier Yearling Sale on August 31st. Since 2000, the sale has had 19 graduates earn $1 million or more, and there's a nice slate of stakes races for the sale grads as well. We'll see you next time on the Queen's Plate News Minute.